Hey guys, I'm back again with another video for you today. This one is actually going to be an unhaul video because my parents and I are going up to Indiana next weekend, and one of the things that we're going to do up there is they have half-price books up there close to where we're going, and I don't have any half-price books around me where I live. So it's a nice little treat to get to go up there and get some discounted books. And this time they buy books from you too. You can sell your books to them and they'll give you cash. And I have quite a few books that I am looking to get rid of mostly just because they're things that I have really no interest in reading anymore. I feel bad saying that because I've read basically, I don't think, hardly any of these, and I just don't feel like I am ever going to. Most of them are YA titles, which I think I mentioned in my intro video. I am kind of moving out of the YA phase of my life. Not that you can't read YA at any time of your life. I'm not saying that at all. It's just for me personally right now, my tastes have changed a little bit to not include so much YA in my day-to-day reading. Which, I mean, I'll always read some YA. I think I'll always have that in my reading repertoire in some form, but just not as frequently as it has been in the past. So there are quite a few YA titles here, quite a few pretty popular YA titles, so I hope I'm not going to personally offend anyone by getting rid of any of these books. That's certainly not what I mean to do. It's just, for me, they're not really the types of things I want to read anymore, and I don't think I'm going to get around to them, so I'm going to sell them to a place that will hopefully sell them again to someone who will really enjoy them and want to read them. And so I'm just going to go through these very quickly. I'm not going to say anything really about what they're about or anything. I'm just going to tell you the title and the author and maybe why I'm getting rid of them for a couple of them. But mostly I'm just going to show you what I've got here in these two giant stacks and this one small stack over here. So we'll start with the small stack. And the first one is The Name of the Star by Maureen Johnson. Then we have Hourglass by Myra McIntyre. Yeah, that's right. And then we have, no one kill me please, The Darkest Minds and Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken. I know it's super popular and I am a dystopian fan, more so in the past than I am now, but I just don't think I'm ever going to get around to them, so away they go. Alright, now onto the bigger stacks at my feet here. Please excuse me if I have to bend down and get some things. We have The Lord of the Rings. This is an edition where it's split into 7 different parts. I'm not really sure why. I'm not super familiar with The Lord of the Rings, but this is just because I got this edition for cheap, but now that I think about it, I kind of just want the regular trilogy, the way that they're usually published. So I'm going to replace these. I still plan on reading these, don't worry. Just not in this edition particularly. Then we have The Traveler by Darren Simkin. The Bundle at Blackthorpe Heath by Mark Copeland. How to Lead a Life of Crime by Kirsten Miller. Unearthly by Cynthia Hand. Tiger's Curse by Colleen Hoke? I don't know, I'm sorry. Gone by Michael Grant. Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. The Maze Runner by James Dashner. I don't know what order this series goes in, but I know the first one is The Lux. And then Rumors, Envy, and Splendor, all by Anna Godberson. I did read the first one of those and I enjoyed it, but I just don't think it's a series I'm going to finish up with or continue on till the end. So, and then in the same sort of area is Bright Young Things and Beautiful Days by Anna Godberson as well. Getting massive piles over here that are all very precarious. And then I Capture the Castle by Dodie Smith. This is just because I actually have read this, and it's one of my favorite novels of all time. So I would not be getting rid of this, except that I have a new edition. Thought maybe I could get to it, but I can't really. I have the Vintage Children's Classics edition with the castle and the silhouettes of the family and the castle on the front, so I'm getting rid of this rather unattractive, really, movie edition. So next we have Eve and Adam by Michael Grant. The Lucky One by Nicholas Sparks. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain, and I have another edition of this, so that's why I'm getting rid of this one. And then Anne of the Island by Ellen Montgomery, which I have, or I'm going to get another edition of this as well. This one doesn't match my other editions, so gotta have them matching. Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell, which I have read and really enjoyed. I got the deluxe collector's edition off of Book Outlet when it was on there one time, so I am getting rid of the first copy that I had. The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. The League of Seven by Alan Gratz, illustrated by Brett Helquist, and I have another copy of this as well, so I'm just getting, I had double copies, so I'm just getting rid of this one. And then the same thing with The Incorrigible Children of Ashton Place, The Unseen Guest by Mary Rosewood. This is the third book in the series, and I have double copies of this as well, so I'm just getting rid of this one. Almost to the end, guys. Colin Fisher by Ashley Edward Miller and Zach Stentz. The Selection by Kiera Cass. The Spectacular Now by Tim Tharp. I actually watched the movie. I've never read this, but I just decided to watch the movie, and I wasn't a big fan of the movie, so I don't think I'm going to read the book. Unlikely Friendships, 47 Remarkable Stories from the Animal Kingdom by Jennifer S. Holland, which unfortunately, I mean, it's adorable. Look at that little monkey. But I just don't think I'm ever going to read through this, so getting rid of that one. Bunheads by Sophie Flack. I've had this. I have a weird thing about ballet books. I just really find those interesting, but this I've had on my shelf for like 5 years now and have never even touched it, which is a shame because it's such a pretty cover. But I think I'm just going to have to let it go. Love is the Higher Law by David Levithan. Every You, Every Me by David Levithan. And lastly, we have The Disenchantments by Nina LaCour. So there you go. That is my very large unhaul, and hopefully I'll be able to do a haul for you guys in a couple weeks. I don't think I'll be able to do it next weekend because we'll be out of town for most of that, and then I just don't think I'll have the time, but hopefully the week after that I'll be able to bring you a haul of books that I've hopefully purchased with the money I got from selling these books. So that is all for this video. I will see y'all later. Thanks for watching.